Hey everyone, it's Disneyland Man here. Not at Disneyland, obviously. So I just, for those of you, sorry, I'm just going to shuffle this phone a little bit. For those of you who've been following my drama with the Air Canada strike, still trying to get a hold of Air Canada. I mean, you can call the number, but there's a long waiting, like, what's the waiting list? What do they call that? You're in a queue? Anyway, you're on hold for a long time. So I've had to give up a couple times. Thankfully, at least I was able to get a hold of Disney, and they were like, yeah, your tickets that you bought, even though you have reservations for, a week in September, those reservations can change. And the tickets themselves that you bought are good until the end of the year. So at least that's a little bit of a worry off my mind. I was like, what if I can't change the reservations? So good news there. Just have to get a hold of the Air Canada to find out that. However, it just got me thinking, though, about when is the best time to go to Disneyland. I've gone around end of October, beginning of November. Just before Halloween, I hear it's crazy. Like end of October, you don't want to be there. But right after, it wasn't too bad. And, you got some Christmas stuff. Most of the trips I've taken have been in the month of February, which I've been told is one of the slowest times of the year. However, every single time I haven't gone that many times, half a dozen to a dozen. But when I've gone in February, without fail, there is a blizzard. Definitely on one day of the trip, like in terms of traveling to the airport, and usually bad weather for both there and back. And we live in a town that's like 2 hours away from the airport, so we have to go on the highway for 2 hours. Oh man, now I got my. It's fresh. She just wants to play fetch with a rock. She's a lab, and for some reason just loves rocks. Anyway, so what do you guys think? If my tickets are good, shush. If my tickets are good until the end of December, when do you think, if I can rebook my flights, when do you think I should go? Should I try and stick to the second week of September, if that's possible? But if it's not possible, when should I go? Would you recommend beginning of November? Would you recommend beginning of December? Let me know, please, so I can start making those plans. Talk to you guys later.